Hey, welcome to Long Distance Sisters.
I'm Tori.
I'm McKenna.
And I'm Serena.
Come chat with us while we're far apart.
Okay, let's get started.
Wow, that's so fun.
Catch you guys up. Tori
Oats, one
is
way.
having some real breakfast struggles.
Tori can't figure out what to eat for breakfast because she doesn't like anything. That's
She only
breakfast
likes
food.
warm overnight.
Well, I don't like
oats.
any quick things. I love going out for breakfast and eating like eggs and bacon and hash browns and all of that, but like I can't have that every day. I don't want to cook that every day.
What about the muffin things you used to make?
They're never that good.
Oh, and like a little tin, like the egg white bites.
Again, no microwave. It just makes it a whole process to heat them up every day.
What about hard-boiled eggs?
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Hate them.
What about you like pre-mix omelet ingredients? You know, and separate them out in containers. And then so that way in the morning you just wake up and you just dump it in a hot pan that you've had on all night.
On, ready, waiting.
That's so perfect.
You could try the people have been doing like overnight wheat bix. So I've tried like overnight shredded wheat.
Stop. Stop. She was like cereal. She was like oats. What makes you think she's like wheat bix? Unless Simone Biles is still in the box.
But usually that way of making oatmeal, I ate for like a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's in such a good habit of waking up 2 hours before I needed to leave for anything. I first go and make coffee and make that and sit and eat it and then go get ready and have such a good routine.
Mm-hmm.
Then we moved.
No, you started watching Colleen Ballinger in the mornings.
No, that was part of it. Is I watched Colleen while I ate my oatmeal concoction that was full of chocolate, basically.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah. I love eating oatmeal like that.
I'm pretty sure I'm eating that oatmeal when you came to visit last time. And I ate it until we moved.
You know what's fun? You know how we used to like, fry bananas in a pan with cinnamon and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's good on oats. Still be better with chocolate, but it's good on oats.
I need the chocolate to mask the oat flavor.
Well, I can't remember if this was I can't remember if this was at Christmas or over the summer, but Dad was like making his oatmeal at like 10 a.m. You know how he does. And he was like, sometimes I cut up a banana and put it in the oatmeal before I microwave it. So it gets all soft. I was like, you're disgusting. That's so gross.
That's
what I do.
He needed to tell us. He felt the need to tell
I
you.
put my overnight oats in a bowl. And
That's
then
different.
I put almond butter, chocolate chips, and sliced banana, and then microwave it.
Wait, but aren't overnight oats supposed to be cold? Isn't that the point of them being overnight?
I can't eat cold oats.
But that's why you make them overnight.
No, I make them.
Sure, if you want them to be on the go, but I want them warm.
Yeah, I want to minimize the amount of time I have to be awake in the morning before I go to work. So I make it before, and then I can just wake up, pop it in the microwave.
But it's not that much time.
It's thick and creamy. Like I tried doing just cooking the oats in the microwave with this stuff, but it was too not like watery, but it didn't thicken the oats. The overnight oats are thick, so it's like a pudding.
I see. I had more time to absorb the water. I see.
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't have to cook it as long. Especially if you do rolled oats as opposed to quick oats.
Ooh, I love a rolled oat. I like how it's crunchy.
They look the same to me.
They're not, but whatever.
I got the first time I tried to buy oats. I think I was buying them on the like Kroger delivery, so I couldn't see them in person.
The
And
first
I bought
time.
like unrolled, like whole. What
Yeah, those are yummy.
do I do with it?
You just have to cook them for longer.
Like the steel cut.
I tried that.
Like they don't cook for a minute, they cook for a little longer.
I tried that.
Well, not hard
They
enough.
don't
I
cook
did
well in
grind
the
them up
microwave.
and have oat flour.
Oh, that's good. So you could just make like
Make
put together
baked
ingredients for little oat flour muffins in the morning and heat them up, and then you got a little hot muffin.
It's called baked oats.
Shut up.
No, it's
Not if you microwave them. They're not baked. Are they?
well, people still call them baked.
Oh.
It's just quick baked oats, 5-minute baked oats. Okay, are we ready for some more recaps?
Sure.
Oldest first.
Hold on.
Now I want to go first.
Did you hear that?
No.
Tori doesn't want to go first.
What the freaking heck? Who do you think you are? Run around leaving scars.
Like near job.
Okay, well, I'll go first then because
Yeah.
it's just the most interesting.
Yeah, because when we left off at the end of season 2, Serena was leaving for Colombia the next day.
Speaking of season 2, The Summer I Turned Pretty season 2 came out this summer. And it was so bad and so good in so many ways. It was a lot like the second book, which is why it was so bad. But my opinion is, this is not my full recap, but my opinion is that TV show Belly is better than book Belly. That's kind of all I have to say.
I have no opinion.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around.
No, TV show Belly is a much better person. And like has more to her. Like book Belly doesn't do anything. TV show Belly like is a swimmer, captain of a volleyball team, like is involved in her community, has lots of friends, me. And then book Belly literally does absolutely nothing. Except storm out the room and cry. And run to the beach.
Tori, you like granola.
And get drunk.
Get drunk.
I do like granola, McKenna. You're right.
Why don't you pour some little milk over the granola,
Granola.
add some chocolate?
Whatever liquid you desire. Boom. With
I can
protein powder.
sometimes get away with yogurt, granola, and almond butter and chocolate chip.
That's fine.
Sounds like you always need to have a backup bag of chocolate chips.
Yes.
I do. I
I get
just ran out of a large amount that mom gave me
that. Mhm.
at Christmas.
Nice.
Give you chocolate chips at Christmas?
She doesn't give us chocolate.
I made her give them to me.
Oh,
I said, Mom, I want dark chocolate chips. Give them to me.
Wow. See, I
Then
thought that, but
they're
I
in
didn't
there.
say that.
the speed at which milk chocolate chips disappear compared to dark chocolate chips in my kitchen is astounding. I only just finished a bag of dark chocolate chips because I made banana bread for my apartment. Otherwise, I could have had it for 2 more weeks, and that would have been a 5-week-old bag of chocolate chips, which is a long time. But for milk chocolate, that's gone in a week.
I used them up last night because I decided to make some of that puppy chow stuff.
Oh, just have that for breakfast. Pour some milk over it.
did this morning.
Yeah, pour some milk over it, eat it with yogurt. It's basically breakfast.
Pour some milk.
It's cereal.
That defeats the purpose of the texture you create.
Not if you eat it fast.
That's not good for your digestive system.
It's probably worse not to eat anything.
Chew your food 20 times, right? Which is insane, but
Whatever.
Anyway, back to Serena's summer.
I went to Colombia. That wasn't good. Colombia. And it was really fun. So I went for like a course for graduate students who study rivers. And so there were a bunch of other grad students from across the US and then like 10 Colombian students also. And it was a great time. It was a fun group of people. It's like a niche topic, so it was kind of cool to like know what people were talking about as they were talking about them, which is always fun because I feel like, you know, you go to like guest lecture seminars and you have no idea what they're talking about. So this was fun. We didn't get to practice a lot of field techniques like we kind of should have, but this was the first time they've ever done this course. So, you know, we were the guinea pigs for it and everything. And next year it'll be much better for those folks. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. It was just a lot of just sitting in a boat and looking at things, not like actually experiencing it. But we were in Medellin for most of the trip, which is called the City of Eternal Spring, because it's just the perfect temperature, perfect humidity.
Wait, that's what they call Antigua in Guatemala.
God damn it.
Or like the land of eternal spring or something.
Okay, well, this is the City of Eternal Spring. Okay, it's not land. But it was really cool. We like went to the university there called AFIT, which was like where we had classes and everything. And it was very fun. We learned about rivers all day. We didn't get to explore the city itself much because we were busy and you're not supposed to like travel during rush hour times because it's just like ridiculous to get anywhere. So we didn't really get to explore the city itself much, but we had a lot of good food. Oh my god, the biggest.
I saw that.
Do you hear that?
No, I saw it.
How did you see it?
Was there a flash of lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Across my face?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It was like a bright, it was like almost like a strobe light.
But yeah, it was very fun. Lots of good food. It was very pretty, very fun people. We went down to like a small port town along the river. And that's where we did like our field training. And basically we took boats into the wetlands and we saw caimans and monkeys and all these fun things. And it was very pretty, lots of pretty birds. We went upstream to a waterfall one day. We got to swim in the watering hole of the waterfall, which I was like, oh my god, this is so Colombia. Yeah. And you got to jump off the waterfall and oh my gosh, and then one of the people who was on the trip, side note, I knew his sister-in-law. We basically were in the taxi going to the hotel together the first night, like from the airport. And, you know, he went to this one school and I was like, oh, like I went to school near there, you know, University of New Hampshire. And he was like, oh, my sister-in-law, she just graduated from there. Maybe you know her, but, you know, you probably won't. I never know these people when people say that, you know? And he said her name and I was about to be like, no, I don't know her. But then I stopped and I was like, yeah, I do know her. I lived right next to her my freshman year. And it was I was like, dude, I've seen your wedding photos. It was a beautiful ceremony. So that was very funny. And what a coincidence that like of the 15 US students that were going, we both happened to be studying the same things and like ended up in the taxi together instead of with the other many people. But anyway, so it was very funny. But it was a good time. The port town was very fun. It was very, very humid. It was called Puerto Berrillo. And the locals called us like the herd of white people. The herd of gringos. Because we always traveled together. What?
But there were 10 Colombians.
Yeah, but a lot of times the Colombian students, well, like the younger ones, they would just go off by themselves because you know it didn't matter to them. And some of the students had finals going on, so they were busy. But yeah, we were the herd of gringos in the town, which was funny. This one restaurant that was totally closed reopened when they saw us walk by. And that's where we ate that night. It was great. I had lots of Coco Chico and Sagre, which is codfish? Catfish? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I ate it. It was fried fish. And what else? Oh, the like locals who I call my TA and the main like Colombian professor, they were like, you only need 4 hours of sleep to do field work. You only need 4 hours of sleep. So they kept us out all night at this like it was a bar, but they just gave us plastic chairs and we just made a big circle in the street because it was so late at night. And then we just stayed out dancing all night in the street while the bar played music for us. And it was so humid. Like just like sweat was just, it was happening. And I've lived in dry climates for so long, I forgot my hair frizzed when it was humid. And I was like, who is that? But I didn't do that every night, but I did that most nights. And most people did too. Like it, you know, it was a part of the cultural experience of the whole trip. And you know, we were taught lots of dances and everything that we were really bad at. And we got to watch other people dance really well. And I did get sick, but I don't think that's because of Colombia. I think that's because I was barely drinking water and I was out all night not getting enough sleep. And there was one day when just like everyone was asleep on the boat as we were going to a place where all just completely knocked out, which was very fun. Yeah, and then we went back to Medellin and had a few more days there before we flew home. And our TAs took us on like a night out in Medellin, which was very, very fun. It was so funny to like watch these people who are going to be like the top professionals in my field and however many years, just like dance horribly, but with their full heart. Like just they had an absolute blast. And so it was very fun, and we were out maybe like until 3 or 4, something like that. And then yeah, we flew out the next day. But and safety wise, I mean, I always traveled with other people and we avoided areas that people said were not safe, but it wasn't no problemo for our standard. But we also didn't get to explore much too. So, but yeah, just always travel in a group and everything. But yeah, Colombia was a great time. And I'm glad, well, we have the TAs there who spoke English and Spanish, so like they helped mostly. But if you need to order food, that was on you. So I'm glad my food vocabulary was muy bueno. Because otherwise it would have been hard. And then what
Again? What?
Oh, the only Spanish I really needed to know was food. The rest of it, like the TAs, like handled all of that.
Cerveza.
Cerveza.
Eat queso.
Oh, what's the Colombian beer was like? Oh, Club Colombia. Un Club Colombia. Oh, the food was so cheap too. So cheap and so good. So good.
What was the best thing you ate?
The best thing I ate? I'm gonna need to think about this. Oh, probably actually our first day of boat trips, we went down to one of the wetlands, or cienagas in Espanol. And there was a community at like the mouth of the channel that connects the wetlands to the main channel. And I think they were like Las Bocas de los Barbacoas or something like that, which is the lips of Barbacoas, which is the Ciénaga we were going into. And it's this very, very small fisher community. And they made us food there with like basically everything that they grew. And I think they like bought bulk rice or whatever from somewhere else. But it was like Boca Chica, which is this small fish that's like the main fish for the fisheries there. And they fried that, and we had that with yuca and fresh made juice that was yellow in color because they just call juices the names of the color. Like jugo amarillo, it's just yellow juice made of yellow fruits. That's your only guess of what's in it. Or jugo rojo, which was very funny. I was like, what make it rojo? But and then we had like chocolate rice was one of the side dishes too. So it was really it was not like sweet or anything. It just had
like a mole sort
like
of.
a mole. Yeah, it was very good. It was very simple but good. And we were all like eating with our hands, and yeah, it was good. It was good.
Cool.
Yeah. And then after that, I guess that's when Mom and Dad came to visit me here in Montana, and we went to Yellowstone and we went to Glacier, and we saw grizzly bears and black bears, lots of bison. And eventually Mom and Dad got tired of seeing bison because you don't realize how abundant they are in Yellowstone. Like you see them at first and you're like, and then you realize you start to see them everywhere. And you're like, okay. I mean, still very, very cool, but they do be everywhere. And then you like hope it's a grizzly bear, and then you're just like, it's a bison. Glacier was cool. We saw a moose, a bull moose, very fun. And Dad and I were on a hike when we saw it, or we saw people like looking down in the water at something, and Dad asked them what they were looking at, and they go, a moose, and Dad goes, oh, a moose, a moose. And then Mom wasn't with us, and we still had like a half mile left on the trail to go to the parking spot where Mom was, because it was like the last one of the day, tired, whatever. And we did make Mom hike, which I'll get back to. But and so I was like, oh my god, should I go get Mom? And Dad was like, yeah. And then so I just like start running the trail and passing all these people, and I'm like, and I look crazy because I'm like,
Don't get my mommy.
yeah. And I get Mom, I surprise her at the car, and she's like, where's Dad? And I was like, and I like can't breathe. And so then we go and we sit down on a rock, we're like watching a moose, and then this like kid walks by and we're like, hey, there's a moose. And then he got some badge for the Boy Scouts or whatever, I don't know, because he saw a moose, something like that. And so that was a lovely moment. We just sat and watched the moose for a while. It was just eating some vegetation in the water. Very fun. And it was very far from us too. We were like up on a hill, and it was and we did make Mom hike by accident. So there was like the Trail of the Cedars, which is just like a nice little boardwalk, like mile loop trail, nothing. And she was like, I'm down for it. She put on her hiking boots and we get started. And then there's an off trail that is pointing to, it's like Avalanche Lake is this way, 2 miles. And Dad read that as like the round trip is 2 miles, but like the total trip. But no, the total trip was 4 miles. And half the time you're going uphill. And Mom hated it. And we get to the top, and it's this beautiful alpine lake. Like the water is stunning and crystal clear, and it's surrounded by these sheer cliffs, and it's gorgeous, and you just want to swim in it. And Mom comes up to me and she goes, not worth it. That was so good. I mean, it wasn't our intention to make her hike, but but yeah, but she did great. She did it totally fine. So yes, we did make mom hike 5 miles. So she went from never ever hiking to hiking 5 miles up and down a mountain. It was very funny. And
She hiked in Tasmania. She did that mile or half mile of trail.
but like, yeah, that's what she thought she was signing up for. But then that ended up not happening.
Well, how
She went a little
long
longer.
was Jordan Pond in Maine? She did that. That took like 2 hours.
Well, probably 2 hours because someone peed their pants. And it's also
toddlers.
That didn't slow us down. That
Yeah.
sped us up.
yeah, we also were like 3 feet tall, so it's like we're a lot slower. And it's all flat. Jordan Pond was all flat. This was going on. That was also 20 years ago. That was 20 years ago.
That's crazy.
But I thought she did good. And Dad would like to do that with her again. I don't know if she would like that. She doesn't like hiking. She doesn't enjoy it. But who knows?
Like, it's been all summer and you still haven't fixed your name on Zoom.
It's
years.
Victoria.
I
Victoria
have
Butter.
changed it in the account settings multiple times and it never sticks. I don't know the problem.
Well, you just
Victoria
change it
Butter.
when you like log into the meeting.
I'm too lazy.
Is this your name?
I'm too
Add
lazy.
you just add an L.
I know.
Are you gonna change your last name to Rhoda?
No.
Good. Because you
Dr.
earned your
Butler.
degree as Dr. Butler. Don't give Rhoda's the credit. Those points have to go for our name.
We need them.
We need them.
I
We're
still like
slacking.
mom's wedding hashtag why'd the butler cross the road?
That was not. Is that what Mom created?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Very funny.
Um,
Anyway, have a lovely trip with Mom and Dad. Dad got drunk multiple times. Multiple, and he bought 8 cookies one night from like our local cookie shop. 8, well, no, he bought 6. We were getting 1 each. And then he was like, there's a deal. You buy 6, you get 2 free. So then we ended up with 8. And then Mom said no dessert for the rest of the trip because we have all these cookies. But the only thing that's hard about traveling with Mom and Dad, besides the obvious, is that every morning,
what's the obvious?
just like them, but what's hard is they can't do anything unless they drink their coffee and their tea in the morning. And like Mom can't just like heat up water in a microwave. She like needs like hot tea water from a dispenser. And then she puts her own tea bag in the thing. And it's like, what? But then yeah, Dad, oh my God. Every new place we went, well, what time does the coffee shop open in the morning? It doesn't open until 7. Then we can't leave till 7. It's like, oh my God. Just have coffee later. Buy some the day before and like heat it up in the microwave in the morning. I don't know. And it's also like you're in very like more remote areas, so the coffee is so much more expensive. And it's like, oh my God. So they were just getting their coffee and I was just like doing this. But yeah. And then oh yeah, they were here for July 4th. Just happened to be. I forget what we did. Oh, they went on like a brewery crawl type thing, which was fun. And oh, I went to Seattle, where I got to see Taylor Swift, and I caused an earthquake, and my outfit was really cute, and it was a good night. Yeah, good time. She sang her surprise songs for Message in a Bottle and Tied Together with a Smile, which were really good. It was a great show, and I really, really want to go again, but I've already had my shot, and now someone else deserves it.
Yeah.
Look, I expected one of my friends to end up not going, but she ended up pulling through. If she didn't come, then that ticket would have been for you.
Got
So
waitlisted 3 times.
I'm sorry.
3 separate occasions of ticket sales.
She's probably gonna keep going. Like she could do a round 2 and make just as much money.
She could.
She could.
But does she
I
have
would
the
not.
energy?
Apparently, she kept being. She was like, "Now I'm going to Mexico, and I'm also going to Miami and all these other places, and we're also doing a world tour." And I filmed a movie, which is crazy because the concert only started in what, February or March, and the movie's already ready and going out in October
Well,
of the tour.
they only filmed
Yeah,
the movie in
with
LA.
one location. LA, Vegas.
No, it was LA. It was those last couple nights when the camera people were on stage.
Really? My
Like
gosh.
the first 2 LA shows or something got filmed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Turn around.
I assumed that it was her first show in Vegas. Wow, that's cool.
And I think that's why she sang Death by a Thousand Cuts for a second time. I think it was one of those shows.
Oh, she sang it twice.
Sang it once like early on.
Oh,
she messed up.
oh.
Oh no, I messed up. I have to sing it again.
The concert has to be longer. But Seattle itself was awesome. Well, we didn't stay in Seattle. We stayed in the suburbs north of it. But oh my gosh, it was so awesome. Like I got there the first day with one of my best friends, Tabitha, and it was cool. We just kind of had like a chill night, got groceries for the Airbnb, watched The Summer Turned Pretty, and just had a good time. We had a cute Airbnb. Then we went the next day. I rented like a zip car through the app, one of those apps. And I got a zip car, picked up my friend Earl or Ireland from the airport at like 7 a.m. And then we drove to Olympic National Park. And then we're sitting at the visitor center looking at the maps. And we were like, why does that say Forks, Washington? And then we were like, oh my God, is this where they filmed fucking Twilight? And Earl's a big Twilight fan. Big. And so we were like, okay, well, we like have to go there. And then we saw the push. And we're like, oh my God, we have to go there. And then basically that caused me to be in a Twilight spiral for the past few months. And I'm okay. And I'm very happy. And so we just we had a whole fun-filled Twilight day and we watched the Twilight movies for the rest of that trip. Every night. And so that was very fun, and going to the city was fun. You know, we did the gum wall, and we went on ferries, and we went to Pike's Place Market and everything. We went on like a Saturday morning, which was a bad idea because it was so busy, but it was still really cool to like look around. But you need a lot of time to like explore the pieces of that place. But no, it was really fun. It was really fun. And we went to the San Juan Islands one day, which was like my favorite part. It was so cool. We just went to this one like really cute island, took a ferry there, and just like drove all around. We saw seals, which was so fun. It was very cute. But I went to mom and dad's for 2 weeks. Oh, I didn't realize how many guests were going to be there when I was there. And so I was expecting to get more work done than I did, but I didn't. But it's fine. And yeah, it was a good time. Fun time.
Have you started your last year yet?
Yes, I'm in my second week of my last year of college ever. I'm in
I have 2 classes, and then I never have to take a college class again. Because I'm not getting a PhD. Fuck that. They can give me an honorary one when I'm 70. I don't care. And then yeah, I should be done. Hopefully by next August, I will be defended and graduated and vamos.
August.
Yay.
Yeah, next I know. Well, it takes so freaking long to write these things. I mean, I'm not gonna start till I don't start writing I probably won't start writing till January.
I started writing and planning in December, and I defended end of March.
Holy crap. Well, we're on different programs.
Yeah. And like when I
It's different.
was in it, I was in it. But I also had like 4 other classes. Or 3 other classes.
Well, you only had a 1-year program.
Well, no, it was a 2 to 4
it's
year
different.
program that I did in 1 year.
McKenna, it's different programs.
Yes.
You were doing
type of
a
project
thick,
demands.
different project demands. Yes.
I was at Georgia Aquarium, Mammals and Birds team, which is split into 2 sub-teams. So I was with the penguins, sea otters, and the alcids, which are like cold water seabirds, like puffins. Oh, I loved it so much. It was a great internship. Their internships are paid now, which is unheard of in this field.
Were they paid when you did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it was lots of fun. I feel like I really got along well with everyone. They had me do like a shadow day at the end with the other sub team, which is beluga whales, harbor seals, and Asian small-clawed otters. So I got to do so much with the belugas, I feel. It was so cool. And they had me like do a practice beluga interactive program before they bring them back. So I like got in the water with them. I just like stood on a ledge, but like I was in the water with them. So that was really cool. But yeah, I love that internship. They have like training modules, so you learn a lot more about like the theory behind training, and you can like apply that more to like what you see when they are training and ask like questions that are gonna give you more valuable information than you would if you didn't take those modules. So I thought it was a really good internship program if you're interested in animal husbandry, whether it's with aquatic animals or not. Definitely recommend a Georgia Aquarium internship. It was a blast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Penguins are great. I don't think
Except that bitch who bit you.
That's like the thing, like the one bad thing that happens to you, but everyone's like, you're not a real like keeper or whatever or trainer.
Unless you've been hurt.
Unless penguins drawn blood. Like at my I guess actually that kind of leads into right before my internship ended, I was offered a part-time position with the aquarium. So I'm now a part-time aquarist at their animal care facility. It didn't start till after my internship, so I got to see that all the way through. But yeah, I mean, I don't like being just part-time, but at least I have something permanent. Yeah. I'm with like quarantine and rehabilitation animals, kind of. So everything from manatees who were just released this morning. I had to get there at 4:30 a.m. Yay! Actually, I woke up at like 3 and I was like, oh, I'm actually okay. I did risk getting a parking ticket though, and I parked right in front of my building. So I'm like, no way I'm crossing the street in downtown Atlanta at 4 a.m. Like at 6 a.m., there are plenty of people around. 4 a.m., no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I did not get a parking ticket though.
Oh, nice.
Good. But yeah, I'm really liking that position so far.
Neat.
I didn't even say anything beyond the manatees. Come winter, they'll also get close-sun sea turtles, which is how I met one of the managers a year ago. And then like all kinds of fish, including like elasmobranchs. So we have a hammerhead Serena. We have a visually impaired hammerhead.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I mean, they already don't have the best vision with their eyes where they are.
No.
So, but we make sure he's okay, and make sure he'll be okay when he moves on site.
If he needs someone to adopt him, I have a bathtub.
They have like a long-tooth sawfish. Oh my gosh, she is massive.
Oh,
So
that's
big.
cool.
And we have 3 bowmouth guitarfish, and they have the prettiest eyes. They're like, they have like a pupil, and they're like bright pale green kind of, and there's like a little white spot that always looks like a little anime glint or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Their eyes. Yeah. Okay. I went down to Panama City when Serena was there. Yeah. Of course, did I impede your schoolwork?
No, I knew you were going. I knew you did.
And Dad, since it's been a few years since I've done scuba diving, I did like a little beginner scuba thing where you don't have to be scuba certified, and I did that with Dad. So we did a little scuba diving together, which was fun. And then I went down to visit Tori. Backtracking a little. I went down to visit Tori. Did flower and garden. It was fun.
Wasn't that in like April?
That was like in June. I did flower and garden twice.
Oh, right. You came back. That's right.
Yeah, and you went to the park with me in April. I went by myself in June. And then since I had a little time, am I forgetting anything? No. Since I had a little time between my internship and my new job, I used my Frontier All You Can Fly Pass to go to Guatemala. I already recorded a whole recap episode, so I won't get into a whole lot of detail here. But I went to Flores, which is a little like island on a lake. Antikal National Park, which is one of the largest ancient Mayan cities. So it's very cool, very fun. I've been doing Duolingo Portuguese for a long time, so I started Duolingo Spanish the week before, since I only booked it a week before I went. But yeah, it was fun, like planning a trip in that short amount of time. Like once I had planned a hotel and I had like a solid grasp on what I would do for transportation on ground, I was like, okay, this is fine. And like I went to so a lot of people only use Flores as like just like a place to spend the night real quick between like Tikal and the airport or whatever. But there's so much to do. Like I spent a whole day there, and I knew I would be able to. Like I went to an animal rescue center that is like has like great accreditations, has so much support from international organizations. So I knew it was like they treated their animals well. And like the animals you see are ones that have been deemed non-releasable, and the ones still eligible for release like don't get the public don't see them at all. So I thought that was really cool too. But yeah, saw lots of cool animals. You can find out more in that podcast episode or in my YouTube video. The Flores Day is up on YouTube. But yeah, I think our YouTube links are always in the description for like at least mine and Serena's channels. I think Tori's is too. But yeah, That was great. I loved both places. I went by myself. International solo female traveler. Woo! Bucket list. And yeah, as long as I felt really safe the whole time I was there. Especially in Tikal, just because there's like a guarded gate to get in and out of the park. Although I'm sure there are other ways I'm sure people could go through the jungle if they really wanted to. But yeah, it was really fun. Definitely recommend solo traveling. Like even just like spending, I knew I would enjoy it because even just the difference between going to a Disney park with others and going to a Disney park by yourself, it's just like so freeing. Because you're not like, oh, you have to go to the bathroom. Oh, you want to eat here? I want to eat here. Well, I don't know. You just don't have to think about pleasing others, I guess. And then this past weekend, I went to the 5 Seconds of Summer show in Atlanta, which they said at the show Michael Clifford lives in Alpharetta now, which the show is in Alpharetta, and he's like, yeah, you guys can find me walking around like the Avalon with my daughter or something. And I was like, okay, why would you tell us that?
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
When like probably at least 80% of the people there probably live in North Metro Atlanta. Like they're gonna follow
Absolutely.
you.
He should not have said that. Maybe he just thinks he's not that famous. That's awesome.
But yeah, it was a great show. The dice roll song was Wrapped Around Your Finger. It's fun. Do you know what the dice roll is, Serena?
No.
So like halfway through their show or something, they'll take out a massive inflatable die, and they're like there's a different song on each side. So they like throw it out into the crowd, and like I think they give it 90 seconds in the crowd before it has to be back on stage. And like whatever is on top is the song they're gonna perform next.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
Yeah.
Fun way to do it.
And like I originally bought the tickets like during the like Live Nation concert week or whatever, where they just had a bunch of like $25 tickets. So I just got like lawn tickets. One for me, one for Ryan, which he said he liked them. And he didn't know their music before.
Fun.
Like I knew that would be your vibe, but whatever. And they made a joke about people like 5 Sauce fans like wearing black skinny jeans, and Ryan was wearing black skinny jeans. And how they're like, that's so 2014. But like a few hours before the concert, I saw my best friend post a Snapchat story. She's like, on my way to the concert, and she was like in Alpharetta, and I was like, what concert are you going to? She's like, I'm going to 5 Seconds of Summer, and I was like, me too. We're like, how do we not talk about
beforehand? Yeah.
So we like said hi at the beginning, and then we had some other friends who also had lawn seats. She didn't have a lawn seat, but I sat with my friends who had lawn seats as well. So that's like usually when I go to concerts, I don't like I do some screaming, but not a whole lot. But because I was with other girls who are friends, I was like I'm surprised I did not. Like at one point, I like had to find like a different register in my voice so I could keep screaming or something. But I'm surprised I didn't like lose my voice or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like Ryan bought me a shirt. So I have a nice long sleeve shirt.
Oh, nice.
Very cozy.
Perfect for that Georgia weather. Wonderful. Wonderful.
I no. The past 2 days.
Yeah.
In the apartment, not outside.
Very good. Very nice. Very fun.
Nice.
My summer.
Tori, tell us about yourself.
My summer has been boring.
What? Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I bought a house, but they knew that already.
Oh. Still, you're renovating it.
Just been renovating all summer.
Yeah. You hadn't moved
No.
in yet by the time.
I think we were just about to move it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I see. Okay.
so yeah. That's all. Renovating.
Well, what did you have just this 2 weekends ago or whatever?
Yes, I did have a virtual bridal shower. I went up to my mom's and in Panama City, and we did that and celebrated my birthday, which was fun. And in July, we did have a little staycation kind of thing at Disney World for one night.
Very.
It was
Very
nice to get
fast.
out of our construction zone of a house, even for one night.
Where'd you stay?
Coronado.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so that was fun. And we've had some visitors. Our niece came stay with us for 2 weeks, and so we did SeaWorld with her and went to the beach stuff. That was fun. And
And you
I had a kind of a sad start to our summer though. I lost one of my doggies, little Fleemy. And so that kind of put a damper on the whole summer. Yeah.
yeah. We don't have to talk about that. That's okay.
Well, still, I feel like I
It's
should
yeah.
say
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you.
it.
You can always tell us to edit it out.
But you've been
Have avid
tiling.
listeners, they can
Talking
hear
about
the
time.
news, or they'll be like, "Where is Flynn?" Because
True.
he used to say hi.
He used to say hi. Yeah. And never. He's still saying hi.
Or his porthole would say hi.
Yeah, his little booty hole. Little brown eye. I heard someone call it that the other day. That's so gross.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say it. But
Problem is, his tail didn't hide his. It's just
no.
out there.
But what renovations has the house needed?
Everything.
Okay.
So we tore out tiled floor. All the floors were this really ugly tile. So we tore all of that out and put down new floors. We painted all the walls. Painting's done. We tiled both bathrooms. We took a wall out and made our master bedroom bigger and made the bathroom bigger and all this stuff. And yeah, we're gonna do the kitchen eventually, but probably in the spring or later.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the spring. And yeah, like a whole different house. But and
That's
it's
not the
still
couch.
very much. What?
Is that the couch you had at your last place?
Yeah.
Oh. Why is it black? It wasn't black before, was it?
Brown.
Oh.
Anyway. We're slowly replacing everything. Lights, fans, outlets, plumbing, everything. I installed a light by myself yesterday. I was just like, I'm sick of having a bathroom that doesn't have a light. And so I was like, I'm just gonna do it. And I did it.
Wow. How does that work?
We've been literally using a bathroom for 2 months that had no light.
How'd you shower?
Well, I mean, it has a window for during the day.
Oh, okay.
Shower, there's the little window. But at night, we've been lighting lightsabers.
You're kidding. You're kidding.
Your night shower, you gotta do it by the light of a lightsaber. You brush your teeth if you gotta go potty after dark by the light of a lightsaber or your phone. For
Oh, so
June.
when you
Why
gotta
did
poop in the
you not
middle.
think that was a priority project? I don't know. We just kept living with it. Probably because it's not a problem during the day. You just get to the night.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do this. And then forgetting it.
So it's like when you have to poop in the middle of the night, the force is with you. You made that joke a lot, huh?
At all.
Wow.
Very much still a construction project, but we're dwindling down to smaller and smaller projects. But we do have boxes and stuff everywhere, and we haven't really hung anything on the walls yet. So it's time to start making it feel like a home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you've just been wedding prepping all summer too.
I don't really do.
I mean,
weddings.
well, I have been.
Good.
I've been planning a party with McKenna and half the other people attending. So really, half the people who are going have been planning it. And Tori's kind of been planning it too. So really only 3 people are going in blind. Yeah. So fun.
Yeah. The last couple weeks I've done more. I've done some Goodwill runs, got some like fake flowers. Yesterday I had a really successful day. I found some shoes that are on auction. And then I went to Target and they had a denim jacket that fit me that was 50% off. And I was like thinking I want a denim jacket maybe for like the night of the wedding if it gets chilly.
Yeah.
And it's one that's like not distressed because I was like, I have a denim jacket, but it's kind of dirty. It's like, you know, got holes like on purpose, but like not very weddingy. And so this one's like nice and cute, and it fit me, and it was 50% off. And I was like, okay, I'll get this because I was like, oh, I get one of those cute like Pinterest Etsy ones with like your name and pearls, and I was like, but I want to be able to wear it more.
Yeah.
Just like
To the wedding. Yeah.
So I got a new denim jacket that I won't wear until the wedding. Except maybe bachelorette or something. But then the shoes, and so I'm being a good little thrifty bride. Hopefully.
Yes.
Been trying to I still have some vendors to book, but
Like who? You book Chipotle? That's the only thing that matters.
DJ? No, you can't Chipotle.
They won't let you
You
book.
can only put in an order at Chipotle like 30 days ahead.
Okay.
So we just have to hope and pray.
So on Christmas Eve, you're gonna book Chipotle. Oh no, that doesn't work. January 24th. Mom's birthday. Remember to book Chipotle.
But before then, I will call them just to be like, hey, you will do this right. DJ,
vendors. DJ.
Bar,
Oh, wow.
DJ, and hair and makeup. And like bartender, but like, so I got this guy, like I reached out to my venue and was like, hey, do you have any recommendations for bartender and some other things? And she just like was like, oh yes, this guy, and gave me his phone number. And I was texting and I think it's very under the table bartender.
Oh.
I mean, he has like the insurance like that you're supposed to have, but like I don't think he has like actual business. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been told the name of it if he does. And
yeah, it's just like his side gig.
I was like, he was like, yeah, I'll do it for 200 up front and then 300 on the day. I was like, okay, that's pretty cheap for everything I've seen.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, how do we like move forward? You know, like usually they have you sign a contract or something. He's like, oh, I'm already planning to be there. Just send me a wedding invitation.
I love this guy.
I'm like, I love it, but like, you are gonna be there.
If not, I'll step in, Tori.
Yeah, that'll be McKenna's backup duty.
Oh god.
Maid of the bar.
That's but I mean, like, our venue recommended him, so I have a feeling maybe he's just like a friend of the venue.
Yeah, and like if he
Yeah.
backs out, how likely are they to recommend him in the future?
Right. I think it'd be fine, but just kind of like,
Seems too easy.
and like I can't taste his drinks ahead. Like he said, I'll make us signature cocktails, but like, I can't like taste them. Hopefully they're good.
Did he
Did
ask
you tell him,
what
like,
your
what-
favorite liquor is?
Well, we'll like tell him. We're gonna
Mhm.
tell him what drinks we want, but
Mhm.
it's funny.
That is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So I think I'm a bartender. Hair and makeup though. I had it all written out, priced out from this place based on what they said online. And then they
Mhm.
quoted me so much more. And I was like,
Mhm.
I don't want to pay you. The
Mhm.
quote was like $1,800
For you, like the wedding party that would go, or
for everyone who has said they want hair and makeup. Plus, bride costs more.
Mhm.
It's the
they
same.
probably give you extra attention. They probably make all of us look bad on purpose so that you'll
$100 more extra attention. And plus you have to do a trial. And like I know I need to do a trial, at least for makeup. Like maybe I could skip on the hair trial, but like I want to make sure that I'm not gonna look cakey or it's not gonna dry off or it's not gonna be like peeling on my face. Like make sure we use proper stuff that works for me. You know, and I'm very picky. I don't like to feel like I'm wearing makeup or look like I'm wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Like you look like
Yeah.
you're wearing makeup, but you don't look like you're wearing
Yeah. Yeah.
makeup. And so I know I would need the makeup trial, but they charge like over $100 for the trial even.
That's a lot.
Like I get
That's
it, but like for what?
Mhm.
So
No, that is.
because originally I had done the math and I came out with like $1,200. The venue recommended this other lady that I texted, and I was like, I don't like love her pictures of stuff, but like I'll just use her, whatever. She's doing a good rate, and she's been to this venue, like it's fine.
Mhm.
But then she's like, "Oh, my makeup person's not available that day though, so." But here's this other person that could come to do makeup, and I was like, okay, kind of annoying that like it would be two separate companies, but like whatever, it doesn't change that much. But then I look on this person's Instagram and like I was just like not my vibe. Not my vibe
Yeah.
for makeup at all. And not like the foundation choices she was making, even in her pictures, which should be her best look. I was like,
Oh no.
I can't use this person. I can't.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
use- And so now I'm just gonna like ghost that lady. I don't know.
Just say I want a different route. Not interested anymore. Sorry.
Just say
I mean,
my boyfriend,
like,
my fiance and I broke up.
why is this
Yeah.
so hard?
Say we canceled the engagement. We've ended the engagement. We're
We
not.
decided-
I think she's
or-
decided alone or
We decided to elope and canceled our ceremony.
no. I'm not gonna say. I'm pretty sure she knows our venue person.
You've gone au natural and will not be wearing makeup.
I mean, I'm considering it. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Do our own
Yeah.
hair, freaking whatever.
Mhm.
But I don't want that. I want my hair done.
Like, how do you want your hair done?
Otherwise, mom's gonna be like, "I'll do everyone's hair." Like, you don't have time for that.
We all get Dyson air wrapped like Farrah Fawcett hair.
Just annoying.
Yeah.
And then I wanted a coffee cart. And I haven't booked.
Oh, a coffee cart. That'd be so fun. Just get like a keg of cold brew and like have that. Is that how that works?
Get some Dunkin' boxes.
No.
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 Have a coffee cart in mind.
Okay.
And
You know a
at
guy?
maximum, it would be like $850. Minimum like 600. It depends how many people show up to our wedding.
Hmm.
But I mean, that's the thing. Everything in weddings starts at $1,000 apparently. You can't get away with spending less, and it's just annoying. So like $850, it's not terrible, considering it includes like them for like 2 hours, as much drinks as you want, and they're bringing an espresso machine, so like a full service. They'll make signature lattes, whatever, bridges, but still. To me, I'm like $850 for cocktail hour, basically. But at the same time, I'm not buying any food for cocktail hour at this point. I mean, I'll put out the chips and salsa. Anyway, that was our summer recap, and sorry we trailed off. And thank you for listening. Hopefully we will get back on track now and make some cool episodes for you guys. And yeah.
Guatemala episode next.
Summer 2023.
And I'm sure we'll have bachelorette stuff coming up soon that we'll share.
In a month. Potty.
And wedding season and holidays and the new year. Lots of stuff.
Fun times. All right, rock and roll. Hasta la vista, baby. Bye.
Buenas noches.